Supcaman isn't giving up, but on the contrary, continues the fight against the company. Recently, Alexei has become more active on social media. With his like, he supports important statements by bloggers and likes posts, with criticism aimed at the company. This and much more in today's video, so don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. Well, let's begin! Recently, the latest animation from Zach Dorr on the topic of the conflict came out, and a lot of hidden details were hidden there. In the first scene, we see a tombstone where it's written Supcaman 2017 to 2025. These numbers indicate the beginning of the channel's creation and its actual ending, since from September 2025, new episodes of Skibidi Toilet stopped coming out on the channel. But in the next frame, we see Supcaman's new character, Power Cat, who is the main representative of the Door Closer channel. He's shown underground, and at this moment becomes active. In the next frame, his hand comes out from underground. After this, we hear Supcaman's voice.
Finally, I can speak.
And in this frame, we can see Alexei's new character at full height. And if you look more carefully, for a few seconds, you can notice a flicker where the representative of the Supcaman channel, the secret agent, was shown. Many details were hidden in this scene. The scene takes place in Los Angeles. Posters of the secret agent, that is Alexei, are visible everywhere. In the air flies an airship with the inscription letboomspeak.com. This is the official site of the movement where you can learn all the details of the conflict. By the sounds, we hear that there's a rally going on at the company building. Nearby, we notice Michael Bay's studio, who is a friend of the head of the Invis company. We notice two employees of the company who pay no attention at all to the shouts and silently do their work. As we see, on this day, a new truck with toys arrived to them, and they're going about their business. The second employee stands next to Strider, the only YouTuber who agreed to work for the company. Nearby, we notice a pile of money and an employee who throws it at Strider so he continues working. In the next frame, we notice many people who continue to demand giving Alexei the right to free speech. We also see a correspondent, and most likely this is a reference to Steven Asarsh, the journalist who personally follows the entire situation. In the background, we notice many posters, as well as a stage where YouTubers give speeches.
Let Boom speak.
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 Let Boom speak!
At the end, we see a scene that refers us to the new series from Supcaman, Human Being, namely to the third ending, when the G entity calms down. Here, we also see three titans and Supcaman, who sits in a field. At the end, the inscription, Let Boom Speak, appears. The animation ends there. It must be said that Zach Dorr managed to convey the entire history of the conflict in 2 minutes, and this unequivocally deserves at least a like. Unfortunately, it's unlikely that Supcaman will return, because the company doesn't want to make concessions. Therefore, Supcaman created a channel called Door Closer, where he publishes his new series. But does this mean that Supcaman gave up? No, because on Twitter he still hints at continuing the fight and continues to like posts of the hashtag #LetBoomSpeak movement. Here, for example, recently he liked this post, as well as others. He continues to wage his fight, but already through Door Closer. At the very end, I want to show the latest statements of YouTubers regarding the conflict. As I already reported earlier, I addressed the company for the last time with hope that at least this time they would hear us. And here's what I said. I sincerely appealed to the project's leadership and strongly ask you to carefully read this message. As far as I understand, I was the only major YouTuber making videos about Skibidi who, until the very end, refused to believe everything that happened over the last 6 months. Each time I wanted to give you a chance to reconsider and put an end to this show, which unfortunately has been going on for more than half a year. I sincerely believe that everything happening with the project is the worst possible scenario. In any conflict, people can come to an agreement, eliminate the root causes, and move forward. The most important thing is to understand that responsibility in any conflict lies with both sides. And the sooner you understand this, the better it will be for everyone. You have already provided materials proving your version of events. But what do we actually want? Do we want to find out who's right and who's wrong? Or do we want to resolve the conflict? If the conflict really needs to be settled, negotiations are necessary, preferably in an open format, so that viewers can see and hear everything for themselves. The best option would be an interview where, for example, Mr. Goodman and Mr. Gerasimov simply communicate honestly live. This is exactly what's needed to resolve the conflict. An open and honest conversation. Therefore, I ask you to give Alexei the opportunity to speak freely without fear of lawsuits because of his statements.
Adam Goodman, you are afraid. I can tell. Why are you so afraid of letting Defukboom speak freely without restrictions? Are you afraid that he might tell everyone everything you put him through? Be a man and let Defukboom speak.
I'll try to say this in my own words and keep it short, because I've already been talking about this situation for half a year, so I think my position is more than clear. I want justice for Boom. He made a huge mistake by trusting you and signing that unfortunate contract in 2023, which led us to where we are now. Skibidi Toilet is completely in your hands. You got what you wanted, and now you own his channel, the channel he grew to this size on his own, without your help, creating a massive fandom of viewers who love his creation. And demanding that you give everything back to him would be unrealistic at this point, considering that for half a year, you haven't lifted a finger toward even understanding what the viewers are asking from you. But even if you are not going to return Skibidi Toilet to him, then at the very least, give him the chance to speak to his viewers directly. Let him share his side in his own words, in one unrestricted public statement. Officially sign a document giving him full freedom for that statement, removing absolutely all contractual restrictions, penalties, approvals, and claims connected to that specific statement. That is the fairest thing you can do. You can keep shouting forever and trying to say that black is white, taking Boom's private messages and cherry-picking them to make him look like the villain in this story. But it didn't work. You have already said everything you could and wanted to say, and you used every possible tool to do it. Now it's time to give Boom the same opportunity.
I would like to personally address Adam Goodman. A new hashtag #LetBoomSpeak, is currently spreading actively online. You have always said that you stand for transparency and facts. This is a great opportunity to show that. Just let Alexei say everything he wants to say. Sign all the necessary documents that allow him to speak. If everything is really as you claim, that he sold you the franchise, then let him say it to all the fans. If everything is as you say, what do you have to be afraid of? Let us properly say goodbye to Alexei, if things truly are the way you describe. Until we receive a statement from Alexei, where all contractual restrictions preventing him from speaking freely are lifted, we will not stop promoting our movement to bring him back. For us, Skibidi Toilet has become a part of life. Many YouTubers, including myself, have been dedicated to this for several years. I genuinely love Skibidi Toilet, and I respect Alexei and the fans. That is exactly why I refuse to cooperate with Invis and turned down everything they offered me. Honor is more important.
Adam, if the truth is really on your side, and Alexei is actually the bad guy in this situation, then what exactly are you afraid of, and why don't you want him to tell his side of the situation? If this is about your or the company's reputation, then for a lot of people that's already been destroyed a long time ago. For the community, you'll be remembered as the company who ruined their favorite series. For partners and investors, you're probably known as a failed investment, constantly shooting yourselves in the foot and digging the hole even deeper with dumb decisions. What's stopping you from just doing a live stream, not private calls, where both you and Alexei fully explain your versions of the situation? Whenever your versions conflict, both of you could bring evidence to prove your points. This would show how you really believe facts matter.
Invis have had their say across multiple statements. They've written a statement on Alexei's behalf. They've curated his private business messages, all to tell their narrative. Meanwhile, Alexei, the creator at the center of all of this, is unable to speak on any of this without Invis's approval. The only fair move is that Alexa gets a chance to do the same, freely and without penalty. Hashtag Let Boom Speak.
I want to live to see the day Alexei comes back to the ST community and drops another masterpiece. He's legendary to me, a teen with SFM and an idea who built the biggest animated IP on YouTube. His story isn't over yet. Skibidi Toilet without Alexei is a logo at most. The vision that made this thing what it is lives in one head, and every longtime viewer can feel the grotesquerie of the Invis takeover. Invis can keep the trademarks and the merch. None of it means anything once fans realize the man who dreamed it up has been pushed out of his own work for one reason or another. What's happened behind the scenes wasn't an accident. The ripple effect is a growing community of people that no longer gathers around artistry, fan theory, or creative play, but around division, suspicion, and engineered conflict. The people profiting from that aren't the fans, and they sure aren't Alexei. It's a lose-lose-lose as it stands.
This is a small part of the support. All the details you can read on the Let Boom Speak website. Well, this has been Super Cameraman. See you very soon. Good luck.